Welcome back, and on the local scene, Mavcom SPG, one of the leading ICT businesses here, is hosting a post-Caribbean Primary Exit Assessment CPA essay competition. The competition is open to students who passed the 2016 CPAA with an average passing grade of 65%. The winner will be awarded a desktop system with a printer, antivirus and child protection software for him or herself, and an identical package for their primary school. Students must submit an essay of not less than 500 words indicating how they will use the technology to further their development and why they are deserving of the prize. The essay must be the student's original work. Shortlisted entries will be sent to the relevant primary school for endorsement, and shortlisted students will be interviewed. Entries must be clearly marked Mavcom Essay Competition and be submitted via email to info@mavcomsbg.com or delivered to the office in the Adams Brothers building at Arnoldsville. The closing date for entries is Friday, August 26th. The St. Vincent and the Grenadines Coast Guard Service is advising boat operators to adhere to several important boating safety recommendations. These include checking the local weather forecast before going out to sea, wearing a personal floating device and having a life jacket for everyone on board, taking along water at least 1 gallon per person, and enough dry food for a few days, as well as a compass, signaling device, watertight torchlight and spare batteries, and a radar reflector which will assist in detection of by other vessels fitted with radar. Boaters are also urged to take a marine VHF digital selective radio that offers a stronger signal and is monitored by the Coast Guard and other boat operators. Cell phones are helpful, but the Coast Guard does not recommend their use as main communication device, since cell phones cannot obtain signals while out at sea. It also advises that boat operators slow down in rough seas or when making sharp turns, paint your boat in bright colors which can easily be seen, not to drink alcoholic beverages before going fishing or boating, and to leave a written plan of your details of your intended voyage, boat description, call sign, cell number, crew or passengers information, and expected time back. These recommendations come in the wake of 3 Vincentians having been rescued at sea by 2 motor vessels within a week in the month of July. 3 Vincentians were rescued at sea by 2 motor vessels within a week in July. Rescued are Junior DeRoche, 18 years of Union Island, and Bradley Dixon, 28 of William Hill, who were rescued by MV Gazelles on 21st July 2016, and MacGyver Alec, who was rescued by MV Trinidad Trader on July 28, 2016. The Coast Guard was informed on Monday, 18 July 2016, by Union Island Police Station that Junior DeRoche and Bradley Dixon left St. Vincent on Saturday, July 16, 2016 at 3 p.m. for Union Island in a 16-feet fishing vessel, FV. About 4:30 p.m., the vessel developed engine problems off PT Cano 1. The men attempted several times to restart the engine without any success and started to drift. The long-awaited passenger ferry service linking some of the islands in the Caribbean could become a reality by year-end. Caribbean Ferry Service, a 3-year-old company registered in Barbados, is in the process of finalizing paperwork to operate 2 vessels, the Dream Jet Express and the Opal Jet Express, for travel and cargo through the region, the Barbados Nation News reported. The service will be initially accessible to travelers in Barbados, St. Vincent and the Grenadines, and St. Lucia. Eventually, other islands will be added to the itinerary. Barbados Nation said Chief Executive Officer Randy Connor, who disclosed the plans on Wednesday, said the vessels will have 2 home ports, St. Vincent and the Grenadines and Barbados, which is also the company's headquarters. Chairman of the Council of Ministers of the Eastern Caribbean Telecommunications Authority, ECTEL, Senator Vincent Byron, says the new Electronic Communications Bill for Eastern Caribbean states is designed with best interests or best intentions to serve the public's interests while offering service providers with opportunities to do business in our markets. Speaking at the 32nd Annual Conference of Canto in Puerto Rico, Senator Byron told participants that the draft bill was recommended to the member states of ECTEL after extensive national and regional consultation. He added that the new legislation will further advance the purposes of ECTEL, which includes increasing innovation in service delivery and open competition. Byron, who is also the Minister responsible for telecommunications in St. Kitts Nevis, said the issues which are at heart of the electronic communications regulations today for ECTEL member states are the reduction of roaming rates, introduction of number portability, over-the-top services, and net neutrality. The Ministry of Health, Wellness and the Environment says that to date, there are 4 adult male patients with Guillain-Barré syndrome, GBS, suspected to be related to Zika virus infection, admitted to the Milton Cato Memorial Hospital. Guillain-Barré syndrome affects the nervous system of the body and can result in weakness, even paralysis. According to the Health Ministry, 1 patient had recovered completely and was discharged from the hospital, while the other 3 patients remain stable and have not required breathing support. According to Mr. Deschung, these patients, though not having laboratory confirmation of Zika infection, because they presented after a 3-day window for testing, had clinical signs and symptoms suggestive of a preceding Zika infection.
Zika is generally a mild viral disease that is spread by the bite of an infected female Aedes aegypti mosquito, the same mosquito which spreads the dengue fever and the chikungunya. If bitten by a mosquito infected with the Zika virus, you may experience fever, headache, rash, joint and muscle pain, and in some cases, red eye. Other associated symptoms of Zika viral disease are abdominal pain, vomiting, and diarrhea. Zika viral disease has been associated with microcephaly, a condition which causes babies to be born with unusually small heads if their mother was infected with the virus within the first 3 months of pregnancy. So pregnant women in particular need to protect themselves from being bitten by mosquitoes. In adults, Zika viral disease may cause Guillain-Barré syndrome, which causes muscle weakness and paralysis. To protect you and your family, you should all make a habit of wearing light-colored, long-sleeve shirts and long pants, especially early in the morning and in the evening. Use mosquito repellent on exposed skin and on clothing. Ensure drums and other water storage containers are properly covered. Inspect your premises for breeding sites for mosquitoes at least once a week and remove anything which can cause breeding. Protect yourself and your family.
More local news when we come back.